Hello everyone, Tara here with the Style Signature, and I got a little bit of this kind of brainstorm. I think one, because I'm having my yummy afternoon coffee. See, I'm going to Greece today. I collect these cups so I can envision myself in Greece. That's the cup I'm drinking out of. And my mentor, friend, and coach, AJ Amex, I actually just listened to his piece of advice in a private group that we're in, and it just made me want to go online and have a conversation with you guys. As an image consultant, you're often hearing me talk about your appearance and the clothing that you wear and the message that it sends, and how are you showing up, and does it cost you money? Is your image aligning with the way that you want to be addressed and what you want to project in your business? Well, one thing that we're not talking about too much, because there's no clear instructions, is how are you showing up online? Oftentimes we are so quick to say, hey, be my friend. Hey, I'm going to put you in this group. And all this behavior happening online, we're forgetting that there's real people behind the screen. There is real people behind the screen. And what we're forgetting to do is treat those people like real relationships. So what I mean by that is, if I met you in person, I wouldn't just add you to my group or my club or my membership without asking you permission and talking to you about it. Well, the same thing with being online with people, with your Facebook groups and your LinkedIn connections and all these other things. Why do you assume that because we have this screen, right, and our keyboards, that we can just add people to groups and take from them without ever giving, without ever building a relationship and connecting with them and understanding the value that you're offering them before you suck them in, right? And we forget about that because we have the screen in front of us and they don't actually have to look us in the eye. So I want you to think about that next time. How is your behavior online coinciding with the way that you do business, with the way that you connect with your clients, with the way that you show up in real life? And is that congruent? Is the way you're being seen with your online presence connecting with what they're going to see when they meet you for real? Because right now, clients do internet stalk you before they decide to do business with you. And I know that firsthand, because I personally had a client disclose to me that she went and looked at all my YouTube videos before she ever reached out to me. She wanted to see who and what I was like online. So it's very crucial that you are staying connected to your values and what you are, and don't let the screen and the keyboard keep you from common sense things like even manners and in the way that you speak and your mannerisms and the pictures and things that you're posting online. Those all need to align with your business image if you want to keep your credibility. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, because it was an experience I had, and it's all about asking permission. There is something really wonderful that can happen if you simply ask for permission. Now, what do I mean by this? Oftentimes, and I realize we're all in business, we all want to make a sale, we all want people to understand and want our services. I get that. But I had this experience, and I'm going to share it with you, and I'm not going to name any names or situations because I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I had an opportunity to present in front of an audience, and part of my presentation was doing PowerPoint and all this stuff, which I admittedly am not that great at the technology stuff, but I had great content and everybody enjoyed my presence and my personality, and it really went off well. And it was my first time really putting together a PowerPoint, and so I was really proud of it. I know it wasn't perfect, but I was really proud of it because it was new for me, and I was like, oh, I did it, I made my own PowerPoint. And I had a whole discussion with people, or this whole presentation was about image and how you're showing up and how you're communicating. My tips about asking permission and using manners and just your appearance, behavior, and communication all need to align. And so at the end of my presentation, I had a lovely woman come up to me, and she told me that she enjoyed my presentation and proceeded to hand me a card. And so I was confused because, one, I didn't know if she was handing me a card because she wanted my services or if she was trying to share with me hers. And then she went on to critique some images in my PowerPoint, which, because I can step back from the situation, I can appreciate, because we all want to grow and improve. However, at the time, it kind of hurt my feelings, and it kind of took me aback because I wasn't really ready to receive that information. I was just coming off of presenting great content, hearing people give me some really positive feedback. I wasn't ready to take on any criticism about any of my work yet. And quite honestly, from a client perspective, it really turned me off because it hurt my feelings and lightly offended me, because I thought, well, wait a minute, I didn't ask for your opinion. That would be like me walking up to someone randomly and giving them a critique about their image, and they didn't ask me. So that whole situation would have been a lot different, and I would have been so much more responsive if that's what she was trying to get me, is to, as a client, if she wanted to share with me the value of her services, if she had simply asked permission. If she had simply said, you know, I really enjoyed your presentation, I got a lot of great things out of it, I admire that it was the first time you did a PowerPoint, you know, that's my specialty. Would you mind if I gave you a little constructive feedback? I think it would help you, it would serve you in the future. And then I would be like, oh my gosh, yes, please gift me with your talent, because that's not where my talent lies. My talent lies with helping people align their image, appearance, and behavior. My talent doesn't lie with the technology. So if she had simply just asked me, hey, do you mind if I, you know, give you a little guidance? I would have accepted that help with an open heart, and I probably would have reached out to her to even hire her, because I thought, wow, she's gifting me with some free knowledge in a really, really warm, loving, serving way. I would have been much more apt to receive the information and then think of her when I was ready to invest my hard-earned dollars in the kind of services that she offered. So I want you all to just take away that the way you appear is the number one way that people first make an opinion about you. But it's also your behavior and the way you communicate. Because if you get that first impression by the way you look, but then your behavior or the way you communicate then turns them off, again, you're back to zero. You lose the sale, you lose that connection with your ideal client. So always think about, if you see an opportunity where you're like, you know what, I know my services could be of value to that person, before just running like a bull in a china shop and saying, you know, here's my knowledge, let me regurgitate it on you, ask permission. Say, you know, do you mind? Let me serve you. Let me help you. Let me gift you with my knowledge, because I'm coming from a place of service. I can guarantee you your results will be a lot different. A lot more often you'll connect with that person because they feel like you're giving them a gift, not trying to sell them on what you have. And I always am a firm believer that when you come from a place of service, your clients and your business will absolutely be fruitful and will soar, and you will have more success than you know what to do with. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's my grain of salt for today. This is Tara here with the Style Signature, and I appreciate your time. Stay stylish, have a great day, and don't forget to have a great cup of coffee. Bye.